Hello, happy Monday. Before I sit down, I thought I'd show you what I was wearing today. It's called a duster coat, and it is a free pattern by Doris Chan, and you will find it on Ravelry. I made this years ago, and I wish now I'd made it in a better quality yarn, but I didn't know how much I would love wearing it, so it was kind of an experimental thing. It did take me quite a while to do, because you know it's down to the floor. In fact, I made it many years ago. I made it to go to the launch thing of the Naked Knitting calendar, which, as you know, I took part in, but that's many years ago. Must be at least 10 years. So I've had this a while. But it's not something that immediately leaps to mind. But this cream dress I've got is actually a little bit transparent, so I tend not to wear it, and also it clings a little bit on the biggest part, which is my belly. So I tend to want to wear something to disguise it, if you know what I mean. I know a lot of you like my jewellery. It's, once again, it came from eBay. I always think that I must wear other people's jewellery more than they wore it, yeah? Because I love anything huge and big, and I'm not a dainty little necklace person. Oh, that was my PC. Right, well today my chip pan came. So tonight I'm going to be having real chips made with proper potatoes, where you cut them up, not the frozen kind, because they tend to sputter and go all over the place. So I'm having real chips and a fried egg, or 2 fried eggs. I might go mad and push the boat out. Kelly actually said that, with me talking about it the other day, that she gave her kids eggs and chips and beans the other day. And talking about Kelly, her eldest one has now got chicken pox. So she's just getting the younger one right, and then the older one starts with chicken pox. So she said she was going to make a video, but she's had a cough and everything like that, and she's still not got her voice back. So she's thinking about making a video. That's all I'll say. Keep your eyes peeled. She's thinking about it. Right, what else came today? The chip pan, of course, and my ice order came. I'm kind of not as enamoured about this as I thought I would be. Not because of the colours. It's called melange, soft acrylic melange, green, blue, lilac, pink and white. I'll show you one ball of it in detail. And the other one is called soft melange, blue shades with brown and green. Now, I did notice the last time I ordered ice, which was for the mermaid tail, the ice magic was finer than it had been before. And this is the thing with this, it's nicely coloured and everything about it is nice, but it's very fine. It says 3 to 4 millimetre needles or whatever, but it's so fine. I mean, the colour is beautiful, but it's fine, fine, fine. Anyway, I had a conversation with Kelly about this one, which is for my younger niece, and I was hoping to knit her a sweater. But when I saw how thin it was, I've commissioned Kelly. I'll pay her, of course, to make it for me, but she's such a beautiful knitter. She's so even. Whereas I would take forever, ever, you know what I'm like with knitting, to do that. It's going to be lovely. And my niece just likes plain sweaters. She doesn't like any, she doesn't mind a bit of cable on it or something like that, but by and large she likes something pretty plain. So I've commissioned Kelly. That's what we do, isn't it, we crafters? If we don't think we can do something, or I could do it, I'm lying, I could do it, but my knitting wouldn't do it justice, because since I've had the arthritis in my hands, my knitting is very uneven. I managed to get away with it with crochet, but it shows a lot with knitting. It looks like 2 different pattern rows, knits and the purls. So that's what you're going to be making for me, Kelly. Hope you like the colour. The other one, my other niece, she doesn't mind if I crochet, so I'm not too bad crocheting with something that's like a 4-ply or a fingering. It just said it's micro acrylic, and it does say 3 to 4mm needles, but I mean you could use a 4mm crochet hook on that, no trouble. But I don't think, well, I couldn't use a 4mm knitting needle on it, you know, it would be so oily. Yes, right. Well, I have gritted my teeth and started. Oh! Well, I had started the second mermaid tail till I just dropped it in my coffee. Something's going to have a bath very quickly. That's the second mermaid tail I've started. Under duress, of course. And that's with the ice yarn, which, as I said, it's a lot finer. It's called Magic Baby, but it's so fine. It's like 4-ply, like fingering. And so that is now going to have to go and get washed. It's good to have only done 2 rows, isn't it? Oh, that was an accident waiting to happen. Having my coffee there. I'm going to move my coffee before I show you the mermaid tail, because I don't want to wash the whole mermaid tail. Right, this is my pièce de résistance, and I have not liked doing any of it. Don't know why, I've hated it. I have actually put 3 buttonholes on the split that's the back opening, just in case, you know, somebody wants to fasten themselves in it to be warmer. They don't have to. But this is it. It goes on and on and on and on. And that's the tail bit at the bottom. Oh, what a labour of love that's been. I will definitely, once I finish that pink one, when I've got the coffee stain out of it, I will not be doing any more of these. People can beg, they can do what they want, they can crawl on their hands and knees, they can offer me £100. No, I will not be making another one of these when I finish the pink one. It was with a very heavy heart I started the pink one, actually. It was like, oh gosh, no, please do I have to know another one. So anyway, that's what it's like. It's quite long. It's only little because it's not meant for an adult. It's only meant for a 9-year-old, so that's why it's not so big. Can you imagine making one for an adult? Ugh. I would rather make a blanket, and I don't like making blankets, so ah dear. Now I've got to move my coffee again because the end of my duster coat is now dangling in it. I haven't put the squares together for the grey shawl yet. It's been a bit cold today. I was going to go out on the decking because it looked nice, but it was so cold. I really couldn't bear to go out. I wanted to put the blocking boards, you know, the 4 blocking boards out, and at least put the squares in the right order and the colours and things, because they're all different shades of grey or white or dark grey, and I wanted to, you know, even them out. It's not just a question of just crocheting them up willy-nilly. It's a question of evening them out so you don't get all the dark ones in one place and all the light ones in another. So I haven't done that. I was going to list things on the Etsy shop, and that hasn't got done yet because I got company yesterday afternoon. You know, when you're in the mood and you're raring, you think, well, I'll do the Etsy now. I'm really raring to go. And then you get company. I mean, of course I love having company. But it kind of like missed the window of opportunity for me putting things on Etsy. That sort of went. Because I had things to watch in the evening. Sunday evening I like a few things that come on the TV. Not often I like things on the TV, but Sunday evening is my TV night. And so I didn't get them listed. Today I've got to go and find 2 cardigans that I've got to post at the post office. I should have done them on Sunday, but I knew I wouldn't be able to go to the post office today because I was waiting for 2 parcels to arrive. and there's no way I wanted them to take the parcels back or to have to go to the post office and pick them all up, you know. It's kind of a bit of a chore, that, isn't it? So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll get to the post office. So if you're one of the ladies who's ordered one of each of the cardigans, this I still haven't listed on Etsy, so that, and she really wanted it, so I need to list this on Etsy, and then I can put this in the post for her once I get the payment for it. So I have been very good with my ordering. Again, I was just talking to Kelly about this, saying we've been very good. The only ordering I've done has been for, you know, for orders. Just thought I saw a little end poking up somewhere. No, I didn't. You know when you think you've sewn everything up, it's like this. Thought I'd sewn everything up, checked it twice, and then discovered I had a length hanging down on it. There's always something, isn't there? Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight once Gigi goes home. He's in the other room. I'm going to be finding the 2 cardigans out of the Etsy boxes, because I always put them in big, they're in, you know, big, I call them Tupperware boxes, they're not, but you know what I mean, the see-through boxes with the lids. I keep all my finished garments in those to keep them nice and clean. So I need to go up there and find the 2 cardigans, ready to wrap them up and get them ready for the post tomorrow. And well, I was going to say hopefully do the squares on the shawl, but I don't think that's going to happen. I can't go anywhere near the floor, so even if I put my blocking boards down on the floor, I can't get down there, you know. I can't kneel. So it's very frustrating that I can't squat down, so it's not very, I have to do it like on a table. My table that's in here is always full of crafty clutter, let's just say, otherwise known as junk. So I've never got a clear table that I can just put something on it, yeah, get it all sorted out. I have another table that's outside, it's like a big wallpaper table, but it's been out there a long time and it's got a bit wet, so I tend to want to use that on the decking when it's a dry day. I haven't got room to put anything in here. To say I live in a house on my own, I don't have room. And then I see people who live in these tiny houses and I'm thinking, oh my goodness me. You know, sort of like my room here is like as big as a tiny house, and I couldn't exist in a tiny house. I need more room, not less. I've just been in the craft room, you know, to take some things upstairs that I've been tidying, and found some balls of yarn and stuff downstairs, and I thought, what are they doing down here? I'll put them back in the craft room. And you know, I sit there sometimes looking around thinking, oh my, you're just going to have to crochet faster. You really are. This is the main reason why I'm not doing any yarn ordering. There's some gorgeous, I get lovely messages from, like, you know, Kemp's when they've got a sale. I get them from Hobium, get them from Ice Yarn, I get Wool Warehouse, I even get Deramores, but I'm not too keen on their delivery dates. They've let me down a couple of times with delivery dates and orders and things. So, but if you get on well with Deramores, don't let me put you off. I just speak as I find, you know, and they've let me down a couple of times. So I'm just looking around, and my mind then starts churning, you know. I start thinking, yeah, I could make that with that, I could make this with that. Oh, I like that, yeah, I could do that with that. And you come downstairs then and you're kind of like overwhelmed, and you're like, gosh, I need to crochet much faster. I really need to spend more time. But the day kind of goes, because I've got to fit Gigi in between, of course, because I'm looking after him. I don't look after him just to ignore him, if you know what I mean. We play and we interact and we do all sorts of things together, because that's the whole point of him coming here, is just so that he's not left on his own and not getting bored, you know. So I like to think that I earn my keep with him by you know, sort of holding his interest, you know, and taking him outside and seeing if he wants to play on the grass and things like that. Although I must admit, this kind of weather, it's been a bit cold and he's not very keen on going and sitting on the grass at the moment. But you know what I mean, I like to interact with him. And, you know, so that takes up part of the day. Because I don't like crocheting anything that's an order when he's sitting on me, around me, because of course you get dog hair, don't you? Although he's looking very sleek today. I think he must have been to the groomers over the weekend. I must ask when they come to pick him up. He's looking very swish. His coat's all nice and smooth and lovely. So I think he's been to the groomers. And that's really about all I've got to tell you, except now I've got to go and wash this bit of mermaid tail I've just started. I don't feel like unravelling it and starting it again. I'll just make sure that the coffee will rinse out of it before I do anything else. I'm supposed to be knitting a pair of booties, aren't I, for Sue, so while it's drying I could be starting a pair of booties after I've eaten my tea. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you're all having a good Monday. As you can tell, I'm still feeling pretty chipper. I don't know whether it's all the vitamins and things I'm bombarding myself with, or whether it's just generally because I'm not in so much pain. Still get pain, you know, I'm not kidding you. Still got pain, but it's what I call at the workable level, you know. I can work my way through it, and if it gets a bit, I just stop. But before I couldn't even attempt to work through it because it was like the whole time. So it's hard to be cheerful, chipper and get your housework done when you're feeling you know, all the time. So if anybody else has got a spine, I do suggest, well, they've all got spines, haven't they? But you know what I mean, if anybody else has got a bad spine, I do suggest that you consult your GP about pain management clinics, because you know, I didn't know what they would offer me. I thought, oh, I'm going to go and they're going to analyse and give me extra pills and that. But no. I mean, at the moment, I'm not taking any painkilling tablets at all. Except occasionally when I have a headache or something. And, you know, they were really beginning to upset my stomach because I'd taken them for so long. I think I've been taking them for about 12 years. I mean, I'm fortunate, really, that I wasn't addicted to them. Well, might have been, but I came off them without any side effects at all. I did step them down, you know, before I came off them completely. But I mean, I've heard of people having dreadful withdrawal symptoms and things like that, but I can honestly say no. I just stopped taking them and I've been fine ever since. I was determined, even though I was in so much pain before, not to start taking them en masse, you know. I was just taking them as and when I needed them, which really wasn't helping because you're supposed to take them on a continual basis. But I was determined I wasn't going to fall back into that again, getting an upset stomach and stuff. So, gosh, this is turning out to be a whingy kind of. I don't want it to be whingy, I'm just trying to help anybody else who might suffer the same as me, in the fact that you might need to go to the pain management clinic, which might be the ideal thing for you. I also know people who've had injections in the spine and they haven't worked, but I have, touching wood, been very fortunate in the fact that they've worked for me. The last one I had didn't work as well, but this one so far, I'm really impressed. And I do hope I get a call back to go back to see him, because it was very good, yeah. We had a good live on Saturday. It was very, you know, chirpy, very funny, very... Although a couple of the main characters were missing, but we did have quite a good crew. So if you feel like joining us, it might be a bit difficult for you on the next Saturday because, of course, we've put our clocks back. So until you change your clocks in America, there'll be a time difference. You'll find me starting at I think an earlier time to you than what I usually do. So I think for another week or so you're on a different time to what you usually are to us. I think somebody said November the 14th you alter your clocks in America. So I'm just warning you in case you come late to the party. And I'm on my own going, hello, where's everybody gone? Where's everybody gone? And everybody's not tuning in because they think it's earlier than it is or whatever. Or later than it is, I don't know. Anyway, it'll still be 9 o'clock my time. So sadly you'll all have to look it up because I'm no good with... If you ask Zoe, she could tell you what time it is in different parts of the world, but not me. Not me. I always have to check to make sure I'm not ringing somebody up or, you know, trying to have a conversation with somebody that's in the middle of the night to them. I used to have a pen friend in America years back that I used to ring and he used to say, oh, I love hearing from you, Jan, but do you know it's 3 o'clock in the morning? And I said, I'm sorry, do you want me to ring back later? He said, no, you've woken me up now, we might as well chat. Anyway, it's going dark. It's looking very miserable looking, but I think it's just because it's dark. The forecast wasn't rain for today, the forecast was just cold. And I haven't looked what the forecast is for tomorrow, but I'm not holding my breath, it's probably cold. So, all of you who are having lovely summery weather, I'm not jealous at all. I'm not. I'm just smiling through my teeth. If you want a bit of cold and you want a bit of rain, you can have some of ours. Although we haven't got rain today. But, so I'm now going to go now and sort the chip pan out. Wash this bit of crochet that went in my coffee. Because I don't think anybody wants a mermaid tail with a big coffee stain around the waistline. Because if it doesn't come out then, I can start again. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I hope I don't make you tired. No, if it doesn't come out, you see, I can start again, can't I? But I'm not going to carry on with a coffee stain on it. I'll leave it till later, till it's like set, till it won't come out at all. So, bye-bye. I don't know whether you see me this week. Sue did say she'd try to come again this week. So, maybe I better start knitting her purple booties. Well, not hers, you know, the baby's. Danny Grace's booties. She said she wanted purple or like an aubergine colour. So I shall have to go and have a look in my oddments. In my garage that some of you saw when I went on my scooter ride. Yes, I do have yarn in the garage. And if you look on my Urban Gypsy Facebook page, you'll see what I do with some of the cones. There's a sweater that I made 6 years ago with the 4 different colours of cones. But I'll be truthful, I have not really worn that sweater because it's too hot. I decided I wanted to make a really big, chunky, like a Sloppy Joe sweater. It's too hot. I should have done 3 strands of cones together instead of the 4. I think the 4 made it just that bit too thick. Anyway, that's an idea of what I do with my leftover cones. Right, I'm going to go now. I said that before, didn't I? But this time I really am going to go because I need to rinse this bit of crochet. So I'll see you all maybe sometime in the middle of the week. Hopefully maybe with Sue. You never know, you're lucky in a raffle, do you? So I'm going to get up now. Show you my Doris Chan duster coat one more time. Isn't it pretty? And you can look at my necklace if you wish. How nice it is. I love the rose, black rose. That's one that Jenny will like, yeah. So bye everybody. Bye.